Thanks for joining us tonight on KQ2 News at 10. I'm Alan Van Zandt. The talk of the town the last few days has been the St. Joseph School District wanting to purchase the American Family Building to put in a new high school. That would, of course, mean the closure of Lafayette and Benton's high schools and repurposing them as middle schools. Tonight, questions answered for the public in a town hall.
We encourage you to join in the discussion by sending us your questions.
The public getting their first chance to ask questions directly to St. Joseph School District leadership on their plans for a $107 million bond if passed and closing 2 high schools while building 1 new. The answers given might not have been what those who want the status quo to continue wanted to hear.
We cannot afford the current model that we have.
Primary questions covered the current status of the deal to buy the American Family property and what would be done to Benton and Lafayette if the bond passed. Administrators said the work to go to a 2 high school system in town would domino into savings being made at every level of schooling.
The thought would be that you have Benton and Lafayette being repurposed to middle schools. Spring Garden and Rubidoux probably get converted into elementary schools. And so you look at the possibility of at least one of the middle schools being closed, either Truman or Bodie, and then up to 4 to 5 elementary schools. And the reconfiguration to be able to be repurposed or reutilized or sold.
There were a lot of questions about school boundaries and ensuring that in a 2 high school system, there would be equality in education and the race and income of students attending both Central and the new school would be similar.
If we start talking about newer school versus the older school, this is going to get really difficult and very hard to rationalize. And I think we need to just all stay focused on why are we doing this. We need to have equal opportunities to all of our students, regardless of where they live.
In the end, a cautionary warning that even if the bond doesn't pass in April, that doesn't mean there will still be a Benton, Central, and Lafayette in the future.
I don't want people to think that the board is just going to say to me or ask us and say, well, now how do we make 3 high schools work? That's not what I've been told. That's not what I've been asked. It's, if we don't have this happen, then, as I think we've shared before, there are other plans out there to get to a 2 high school model. More town halls are planned for the future. Voters will go to the polls to decide the bond on April 6th.